So what we can see here is Coleraine being really patient in possession when they're building up. Now, that pass in the patching and that pass back, we can see that all the time with the likes of Roberto De Zerbi's teams in the Premier League. He's now at Tottenham, but you've seen this a lot when he's at Brighton. So what this does is this now makes the midfielder jump. As you can see here, patching is now freed up. That player comes across and occupies Mark Coyle. So Mark Coyle's actually occupying two Dungannon players now, and this frees up while patching. Now, if we look on the far side, when you see the left winger here, if you just look to the left of patching, the left winger here, Lyndon Kane is all the way on the far side, stretching the pitch. Now, this means the left winger has an option. He can either stay with Lyndon to cut off the diag from Ives, or he can jump the patching, which inevitably, when the ball recirculates, he ends up jumping the patching. Now, this is the time where the ball should probably go out to Lyndon Kane quicker than this. But the ball goes out to Lyndon. See, look at that space on the touchline. Ben Whiteley does a fantastic job of dragging the midfielder out. This creates space for Cooper to come in. We can see here. So Whiteley does a great job. Great space for Cooper. Cooper ends up being his man, having a shot. So as we see from before, Sienna Cole's dropped in, but then he's found up a new position. So usually he'd be on the left side in the left wing, but he's actually came in. He's now occupying to the right of Matthew Shevlin. We can see from the shape here what happens is when those players come in, it narrows off the Dungannon defence. So you can see here on the far side, just beside the eye clinic, you can see Lyndon Kane available in space, but obviously that pass is cut off from the Dungannon left winger. But what we can't see in the camera here, and unfortunately because it's TV cameras, it's just going to be like this. Levi Ives has tons of space to go into. So when Cameron Stewart recognises this, plays a fantastic pass over the Ives. A massive theme of this is Coleraine really being able to utilise those wider areas and create space. And Dungannon really struggle with this. So pass and drop in and actually drag Sean McAllister out. Levi Ives staying really high means Alves has to stay back and stay with him, which gives Don the space to go into. So he's able to take the ball there and take his touch forward. Then this movement here. So you can see here, Levi Ives has moved inwards, dragging Alves narrow, and then Zeno Corals made that drop inwards into that channel to receive the ball. I'm guessing Matthew Shevlin has came across to occupy the fullback in the centre half, meaning the fullback hasn't jumped. We see here, Zane's in plenty of space with Ives going inside. So Patson does a really good job here. So instead of passing down in the middle, he actually comes out to the left and allows Levi Ives to push on. So we can see here, the pass here, if you want to be safe, is splitting the Dungannon players there and playing that ball to Cameron Stewart for him to then drive in. But Patson does a really, really nice move where he drops the shoulder and turns the other side. Ives and Okoro make that movement. What you see, so Zane's in space. Ives takes a touch inwards, allowing that channel to open up for Zane. And I see another chance created here. But Coleraine causing absolute havoc with their movement off the ball. So a massive theme here for Coleraine was using them wide areas. When they were out of possession, they adopted a diamond shape. So you can see here, Matthew Shevlin going to press the ball. This diamond shape. So if the ball jumps to the right back, Zane can then jump. Wiley's tucked across to take the centre midfielder, and Patchen's in that space. So if one of the strikers from the Dungannon front line drop into space, they can't. Patchen wins the ball there, and Corey win the ball back. Similar shape here. So Wiley's marking 54. We can see here Cooper's then pressed the centre half and then Chevron's going to the man on the ball. But what happens is if this ball goes out to the right back, which it inevitably will, Zane's able to go and press the ball. Wiley's in 54, and we see there Patchings on the man further forward, and Levi Ives is on Alves. So another good pressing shape here from Coleraine. I'll just freeze it here. So nice shape. What Coleraine have done very well is cut off the pitch. They've cut the pitch in half. So Dungannon can't play. The only thing is Dungannon would probably be able to play out and exploit the other side if the player is able to find that pass just where the referee is. But obviously it's very tough with Levi applying pressure and also Wiley about to go with his man to cut off that passing lane. But if that pass is played, Dungannon can maybe open up and play the other side and perhaps have a 2v1. What happens instead is the ball still goes to this player. Cooper's very quick to jump on it and Corey win the ball back. So overall, I say a lot of tactical superiority from Coleraine. They did a really, really good job of controlling possession, and those intelligent rotations through the midfield really showed a dominating performance. I know the score was 3-2, but I think tactically Coleraine were far superior. It was very well balanced and a fighter performance across the pitch.